Hey everybody, welcome to Game Dev Weekly. My name is Max and I'm the developer of Hydroneer. This week's video is going to be a bit of a short one. I've done quite a lot of work today on just some boring stuff that isn't really interesting to show you guys. But what I do have is some really cool community suggestions that I'm going to be working on today. So all of the changes I'm going to show off in today's video are completely to do with community suggestions. A lot of the suggestions already have been things that I already actually wanted to put into the game, which means that, you know, we're all on the right track, which is great. So first off, I've kind of like overhauled the truck by quite a bit, redid all the textures, and we also got a new model in. So now the bed of the truck is a lot wider. This is really great for when you've got these large pieces and you just want to chuck them in the back of the truck. It still is a tight fit, but it does go in quite a bit nicer. Next off, what we've got is the unstuck. Now, before what was happening is it would kind of face like towards the plot, but now when you unstuck or recall the nearest vehicle, in this instance it would do the exact same thing. You appear to be facing the road. Another thing you can see right here is there is now a light on the front of the truck. Now it's not too bright right now. I wanted to address some lighting issues at the end of this update, so I'm going to actually address that then as well. But if you look here, it looks pretty cool. The excavator also has some overhead lighting on top of it as well. Now again, as I said, you know, I really want to look at lighting towards the end of this update. So I'm going to leave it quite dim for now and fix that later on. Something that you may have just quickly noticed as well is that I've recreated the escape menu. Just kind of moved some things around, but also added in the settings panel onto this. It took me a while because I had to remake the settings so it could be interchangeable instead of just stuck on the main menu. But now when you click it, it opens up and there's also quite a lot more settings. So you can see down here there's like a gamma slider, since that was a popular suggestion. Also being able to limit the FPS should help with GPU load. We also have got some audio settings, so you can change the music volume level as well as the sound effect volume. That was a very popular request. Right now I've currently got my music off just because I'm recording. Also got some nice new settings here as well, so if you want to change your FOV, you can do so with this menu. Some people wanted to have a toggle for the autosave. It currently is on a 5-minute timer, and some people just want to have that on and off because now you can save here as well without returning to the main menu. And lastly on this menu, we've got the apply and save button. Even though when you change something it would save all the settings, a lot of people felt like, you know, they weren't sure if these were saving. So I just made a apply and save button here. So now it's time for the new segment of my weekly videos. This one's called Max's Weekly Competition Video Part. And basically every single week I'm going to be putting out a task for you guys to do and then to submit on the Discord channel. If you haven't joined it yet, there's a link down below. And this week's theme was a shed.
Noun, a simple roofed structure used for garden storage, to shelter animals, or as a workshop.
So I really wanted to start off this new segment with some really nice creative work. And I thought the best way to do that is to give people some parameters to kind of have to artistically move around. So I thought a shed was a really good starting place. They're small, you can't really just build these massive nice looking structures, and you have to use a certain limit of parts, otherwise it's going to look a bit too bulky. And we got some really good entries. Some of them were maybe a little bit too big and probably what I wouldn't consider a shed, but I appreciate the support in joining in. So in third place here, we've got Hybrid Steel's Shed. I really like the look of this one. It's quite cluttered, but also I guess that's kind of the theme of a shed. You can see he's got a tin roof, but also if you look at the roof, he's made really nice use of using those wooden poles. In second place, we've got Twin Mines Shed right here. I really like it. It's like a water pumping house, but also he's got just a few tools in there. I like how he's just balanced the mining hat just kind of like on the edge of the tool shelf. As well as having, you can just see at the top of that screenshot, he's got like a pipe coming out that kind of looks like a chimney. I think that looks really cool, and I'm a big fan of this one. And in first place, I've got to give it to DK12651. He's got a really cool little shed with a fishing dock on the end. I'm a massive fan of this. I showed some of the other community helpers this one, and everyone seemed to think this one was the best. He uses mostly tin parts to create the walls and roof, and he's also kind of cut away this corner so you can actually look inside, which was a really nice touch, and definitely works really well letting us look inside. So this next week's theme is going to be Hydroneer related memes. So head down to the Discord link below and put them into the competition channel if you want to enter. Remember, they have to be Hydroneer related and there is only one entry per person. So in today's video, I'm not going to be going through all of the suggestions. Obviously 1.3 is going to be a massive update and there's so many things to cover. So some really important things that I'll be going into later on is how the funnel will work in the future, and also being able to purchase multiple items at once. So I'm going to save those for another video, but today I've got one other cool thing to show you guys. If you take a look at here, we've got a new tool and it's the magnifying glass. And if you look at regular pipes, it doesn't do anything. But if you look at a pipe that can take damage, it'll tell you the durability of that pipe. So right now you can see this is 98%. And this one's 99%. So as you can see, as the water flows through this, it takes a little bit of damage here. And then it takes even less here because the water is more pure. Now this will work as well for all of the items that have durability. So the harvester, the Goliaths, the rams, the filters, everything that takes damage, this tool will be able to tell you how much damage that thing's taking. I think it looks great, and I think it's going to be a really nice addition to the game as well. I put out these videos every week on a Monday afternoon. If you want to get these videos a little bit earlier, however, join my Patreon. For a minimum of $2, you can get these videos before anyone else. I've also got some links down below in the description as well if you want to check out some more stuff to do with Hydroneer and myself. You can check a link to my Twitter as well as a link to my Instagram as well if you want to just see pictures of me and my dog, I guess. A big thank you as always to my Patreons. I really appreciate all of your support. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you all next week.